It's a Tuesday. You're 9, standing on a kitchen chair because you can't reach the stove yet, stirring a pot so it won't burn. Down the hall, a door is shut, and behind it, someone you love is having a bad night. Nobody told you it was your job to make that night smaller. You just knew. So you learned to read a room before you could read a book. The weight of footsteps in the hall, the set of a shoulder, the exact temperature of a silence, and what it was about to become. Other kids were busy wanting things. You were busy watching. The grown-ups had a word for it. Mature. An old soul. So responsible for your age. They said it like praise, and you learned to wear it like praise. It took 20 years to hear the quieter thing underneath. That this was never you growing up. It was you learning to hide. A real childhood is loud and greedy and inconvenient. Yours was quiet because quiet was the one thing the house could survive. Here's what nobody explains about kids like you. A child who grows up on time builds a self from the inside out. First, what I want. Then, what I feel. Then, slowly, who I am. You built yourself the other way around, from the outside in. You'd scan a room, find the shape it needed, and quietly become that shape. The calm one, the funny one, the one who asks for nothing. Do that 10,000 times before you're 12, and the question at your own center, what do I want, never finishes forming. There's just a gap where it should be. Ask about your childhood and you'll notice the tape is mostly blank. Not because it was all terrible, because you were never really down in it. You were up in the tower the whole time, watching the people below, tracking the weather, bracing for storms. A kid can't gather memories from up there. A key turns in the front door, soft, and your shoulders drop, hard, and you're already moving, tidying, softening, going quiet before anyone asks. You could name a grown-up's entire mood from across the house, through a shut door. Your own, though? On that, you drew a blank. Which is why, years later, someone asks a simple thing. What do you want for dinner? What do you want from me? What do you want out of your one short life? And there's a pause, a little dead air where the answer should live. You became a kind of mirror. People sit with you and feel seen, understood, finally met, because you reflect them back so cleanly. What none of them notice is that a mirror holds nothing of its own, only whoever happens to be standing in front of it. And it doesn't switch off when the room empties. You catch yourself performing for no one, fixing your face in an empty apartment, narrating your day like someone's grading it. There was never an offstage for you. You don't know who you are unwatched, because there was never a moment nobody was. Meanwhile, you got good. Unnervingly good. You handle things. You don't drop the ball. You're the first person people call when it all falls apart, and the last one anyone thinks to check on, because you never look like the thing that's falling. You learned early that being useful was the safest way to be loved, so you made yourself indispensable and quietly called it a personality. That's the trap nobody warns you about. No one rescues the person who has it handled. All your life you've half hoped someone would notice you were going under. But you taught yourself to go under quietly, face calm, head above the water, so no one ever does. The competence that saved the child seals off the adult. Every time you carry it alone, you teach everyone around you that you don't need carrying. You built a wall out of being dependable, and now you stand behind it, lonely, wondering why nobody ever climbs over to find you. But why would they? You never once left the gate open. Every "I'm fine" was one more brick laid by your own hand in a wall you're now too tired to take down. It's why you'll sit up at 2 a.m. doing all of it yourself before you'll say 3 small words out loud. I need help. Because asking would mean admitting there's a person in here with limits who runs out. and some nights you honestly aren't sure there is. Then comes the strange part. You ache to be taken care of, and the instant someone tries, something flinches and shoves it away. You deflect the compliment, wave off the help, change the subject fast. You keep starving an arm's length from the exact thing you're starving for. Because being cared for means handing someone else the wheel. And the last time you trusted a grown-up to steer, they drove you straight into all this. Control isn't a preference for you. It's the only safety you ever found. Letting go doesn't feel like rest. It feels like falling. You can sit with a friend through the worst night of their life and never once flinch. But when it's finally your turn to come apart, nothing comes. The tears stay locked behind a door that rusted shut years ago. Back when falling apart was a luxury the house simply couldn't afford. Notice who you keep choosing to love. The ones who need saving. The ones who take and take. Not because you like the chaos, because a needy person only ever asks you one thing. What do you need from me? And that, out of every question on earth, is the one you were built to answer. Here's the ache under the whole pattern. Being needed and being wanted are not the same thing, and you only ever learn the first. Needed is a job. You know exactly how to do it. Wanted is a gift, handed over for no reason at all. And a gift with no reason terrifies you, because you can't earn it, and anything you didn't earn can be taken back the moment you stop being useful. A whole person takes up space, has edges, leaves a mark on a room. You learn to leave none, to say sorry when someone bumps into you, to feel a flicker of guilt just for being tired, as if rest were a thing you had to earn twice over before you touched it. And calm makes you nervous. A quiet afternoon with nothing wrong feels like the held breath before something shatters. Part of that is old fear, but part is emptier than fear. In the quiet, nobody needs anything from you. And if nobody needs you, you're not entirely sure you're in the room at all. So you invent an emergency. A message that could have waited. A small fire only you can put out. Anything to feel the floor come back under your feet. So you keep waiting. For the day, the striving finally ends and you get to feel like yourself. Here's the part it took me too long to say straight. There's no self back there, waiting to be found. You never got the chance to build one. I know the gentler story, that somewhere inside you a small child is hiding, and if you just find them and hold them, you'll be whole again. It's a beautiful thing to believe. It's also not quite true. That child didn't finish becoming a person. They ran out of time before they could. But folded inside that hard fact is a mercy you might have walked right past. If the self was never finished, then it isn't broken. It's unbuilt. And the one person alive with permission to build it is you. Late, out of order, at the wrong age, with the wrong tools. Starting now, you start smaller than you'd believe. Someone asks where you want to eat, and instead of reading their face for the answer that keeps them happy, you actually check. Inside, what do I want? The muscle is weak, barely there, trembling. Use it anyway. It'll feel like selfishness, like taking something you never earned. That feeling isn't your conscience talking. It's the old rule, still running in the dark. Wanting something is not a crime, and needing something is not a debt. For you, it might turn out to be the first fully honest thing you've ever done. So you practice the parts you skipped, saying no and letting it stand, naming a need without stapling 3 apologies to it. Sitting in a calm room and just once, not bracing for the crash. It'll feel like lying. It isn't. It's only you finally showing up. You spent your whole life becoming whatever each room asked you to be. You got so good at it that there was never a room left for you. There's one now, bare, quiet, and for the first time in your life, nobody's standing in it. telling you who to be. You were never an old soul. You were a young one, still unbuilt, still waiting for someone to give you permission to begin. No one is coming to hand it to you, so let it be me. You're allowed. Begin.